Luna.
Like, I remember walking from the flat in Woodlands through Kelvingrove Park towards the GP surgery, and I actually I'd convinced myself that I didn't need to go. And I turned round and started walking back to the flat, and on that walk back had another little word with myself, and I was like, you'll really regret it if you don't go, and it is something. I mean, it's vulnerability, isn't it? It's obviously terrifying, right? And you know yourself, it's terrifying to sit there and have someone say, that's testicular cancer. Because you don't really hear anything other than cancer. In 2013, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. So I had surgery fairly quickly after the diagnosis, chemotherapy, and then sort of fast forward 5 years, was discharged, basically like given the all clear, no further problems. And then in 2019, I was unlucky enough to find another lump and went back to the clinic, and unfortunately had a diagnosis of testicular cancer in the other testicle. So the same thing again, surgery, more chemo. I mean, the thing is, I can't get testicular cancer again, so that's not going to happen. You can see a little bit of a rising tide, if you like, around charities like Cahonas that are destigmatising, talking about testicular cancer, which is the main thing. Be open about it and let everybody know that, like, you know, this could happen to anyone. Your dad, your brother, your boyfriend, any of your pals. Like, it's pretty indiscriminate in that way. The only kind of deciding factor is that you have to have balls. So luckily enough, with the first diagnosis, I was able to preserve some of my boys. So managed to have those on ice for, I've been talking like 10 years they've been on ice. It wasn't something that was necessarily on my mind, but definitely now, like, super thankful and appreciative that they made that a really easy decision for me. The most important development for me is that, like, me and my wife are now expecting our first child. So we've got like 4 months to get organised for that, and then that's the next kind of roller coaster. But yeah, here we are, kind of like more or less 3 years later. Clean bill of health, but no balls to speak of.